Well, hey folks, pt.67 here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by and spending a little time with me here today. We are, of course, on Watt's farm, and just come up to clean a little bit of this wood chip up and take it home for our heating system. But I need to just come over here for a brief moment. Because, well, it's a mystery to me, but for some reason there's something weird in my bucket. Oh, here we go. There we are. Okay. Aw. I was hoping if I could drop it right, it might land on its wheels. Perfect, we'll hide it in there. Anyway, you guys didn't see me do that. So, do hope everyone's well today. We are, I guess when you see this, it will in fact be Halloween. So, not exactly an appropriately spooky themed game, although I gotta admit, sometimes the physics in farm sim can be a little on the spooky side. That's for sure. Oops, didn't quite get the graspers on that one, did I? Oh, what am I doing here? Using a mouse and keyboard. We can be using the controller for this and look so much more professional. There we go. Yes. Hopefully we get a fair bit here. 'Tis the residue of 3 trees, after all. And one last little run and we should be done. We're also almost to the end of the day here. There we go. Wow. We got darn near a full bucket. Did I miss anybody? Hello? Hello, I did too, didn't I? We might just fill that bucket yet. We might. 99. Is this little bit on the road going to be enough? Does it even actually exist? Can I pick it up? I think I require a different... Oh, that's all it's going to pick up. That's why. That's right. 99 is about all we can handle. So, let's take her up and chuck her in the heater, shall we? Now I am again using that new mic, so hopefully this is going to come out relatively decent. It seems to be a pretty good quality. And if any of you are looking to get into YouTube, let me tell you, it's hard to come up with a cheaper audio solution. The microphone, the scissor arm stand, the pop filter, the wind filter, the XLR to XLR cable, the XLR to 3.5mm jack cable. What else? I guess that's all that comes with. Oh, and of course, the microphone. For, I believe I paid $35.99 Canadian. Now, it also comes with a USB-powered 48-volt phantom power box. Little tiny thing. But, unlike some of its more expensive counterparts, it actually has a power switch on it. I was looking at some $100 plus little phantom power things that basically once you plugged them in, they were on. But yeah, so quite an exceptional little deal, all in all. Now, I mean, granted, the first mic didn't work worth a darn, but I would imagine when you're pumping microphones out for that kind of a price, and it's one of those things, you know, they have the same guts and casings as half a dozen different microphones on the market, most of which are 3 or 4 times the price. You know, so basically for the price of one of those mics, I'd like to actually get it in this time. You get a complete system. And as I said, it is complete. You know, right down to your phantom power source. So. Oh, no. No. Come on. How we doing? We getting most of it picked back up? We get a bunch over there. Alright, we're back to 99%. Now, I guess what we need to do is pretty much jam her in here. There we go. We know it's working now because it's running. There we are. There we are. Okay. And we'll just quickly pop up the old F1 box. Are we close enough? Yeah, 33%. Nice. So, obviously it can hold a lot more, but, of course, we don't actually have a lot more to give it. I don't believe I have any other use for this guy up here at the moment. All of our... Why is the... Oh, the cow's health is down so low, of course, because they are wanting different grubbage. And I think... Come to think of it, yeah. Let's get this guy back, pick up our tractor from the shop. Well, I didn't buy one, it just happens to be sitting there from yesterday. Not out of control at all. I was just warming up the front tires. Yeah, it's just sitting down there from yesterday. So it should be perfectly fine. Yeah, kind of a interesting customer service that Neewer has. Now, certainly not comparable to what I just went through with Logitech. Let me tell you, I think that's probably going to be the epitome in my lifetime of excellent customer service. But, I mean, in the end, I did end up being satisfied with the product. As I say, I'm using it currently, so therefore it is fine. You know, I'm not going to be returning it. I may... And this is another nice thing about the rest of this kit being so inexpensive. You know, if I decide somewhere down the road to buy a slightly better microphone, well, the nice thing about XLR style microphones, as opposed to things like Yetis and such, is price. You know, $50–$60 will actually get you a pretty decent mic. I mean, for doing things like I'm doing. I wouldn't use it if I was a professional singer or something like that, perhaps. But for the sort of, you know, hi there, it's me, you know, welcome to YouTubery, not an issue. So, I mean, for, like I say, a few extra dollars, you could, in fact, very easily simply upgrade to a better mic. You know, and probably nothing wrong with the quality of this one, and in fact, what I would likely do is add a small mixing board instead. because then I could basically tweak things. You could add mid, you could add high, you could blah 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 blah. You know, you could get rid of a little bit more of the pop and the wow. Now, I don't run this through Audacity or anything else, mainly because I've actually just recently, and by recently I mean within the last couple of days, downloaded and looked at Audacity for the first time, for no other reason than to test this microphone. And I get real tired of having to load up my recording software and then go into a game or something, you know, and start recording. To see if the levels are going to be adequate, and then closing all out and blah 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 and processing it and listening to it. It's a pain in the butt. So yeah, I figured using an actual, you know, piece of software that's dedicated to not doing much other than just what it is dedicated to doing would make more sense. But I am not at this point, I have no idea if I was to actually record with it. I mean, I have recorded. I put noise filters on to, you know, just to see what the noise floor on this mic setup, and, well, not the mic setup. I guess that would mainly be an event caused by the phantom power supply. Would likely be where the noise is. That and lines, right? You know, I can't imagine, again, although they seem very nice quality, I can't imagine that these are exactly the highest of high-end XLR cables. So, you know, but they certainly seem more than adequate. You know, they're thick, they're quite rubbery as opposed to, you know, stiff plastic or anything like that. So they seem of good quality. But yeah, I have figured out how to, what am I doing? Think. Oh yeah. I need a wagoon, because muchos of our critters are a little bit on the hungry side. So, and I don't really want another night to go by. Okay, that's got sugar beets in it. Let's see how much. Might be just enough to just take into the piggies. Might be a full trailer. So yeah, I don't really know how to use it to import the audio into my my video rendering equipment or anything like that. I mean, I will figure it out. I'll play around with it and, you know, get it going. I've got a couple of monitors running, etc. So I should be able to flop things about. Okay, there's not that much in here. Let's see if we can give her to the piggies. I should be able to flop things about suitably enough to figure that end of it out. But like I said, for, you know, anywhere from $60 to $100, you could get a nice quality mic to exchange on this. And then you've still got the boom, and you've got all the other stuff. You don't have to worry about pop filters. You don't have to worry about your stand. You know, if you get something a similar size, probably even the what do they call those things? The little spider webby thing that isolates your microphone, right? That attaches to the mic boom. It also comes with one of those, of course. So, I mean, all of these things are still there. So much like upgrading a computer, you could just go piece by piece, you know. So it's, as I say, if you're thinking of getting into it and you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars, well, that didn't help. Yeah, you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on this sort of thing, then not a bad way to go. I would certainly recommend it anyway. Alright. Now, this I have to do by keyboard. I have no idea what the, there we are. What the pad command for it might be. No, this isn't going to work. I came in way too far. Way too far. There we go. Might get away with this after all. Lovely. Alright, so first things first. I need corn. Corn. So I don't know about where you guys live, but around here, around the Halloween time, we get an awful lot of fireworks going off. Now, thankfully, it's been rainy as heck, which is not terribly conducive to wandering around being a menace with explosives. But we do get a lot of it. Can't say as my kitties are impressed. How do your guys' animals react when the old firework thing, or do you even, is it even allowable in your area to lights off fireworks on Halloween? We don't want wheat. That's what we want. Alrighty. I imagine that I could probably run some of this out of the pegettes as well. But let's see if we can't. Can I get these? Oops, because I know when I checked there before I ended the last episode that they were certainly in that position where they were going to need more. No, I know corn isn't accepted. It's the last one. Okay. Man. Oh, come on. I know that hitbox is small, so I try and stay in close. Oh, you're not going to give it to me at all? Ah. Oh, there it is. Ah. Alright, well that wasn't too scary now, was it? The chickens are just freaking out. Oh my god. Yeah. Poor chickens. Alright, well we know the cows have no interest in this. At all. And I know that we spend a few episodes where we end up having to feed critters and do that sort of thing. But it is certainly one of the aspects of this farm that we do need to keep up on a regular basis. You know. And being seasons, I don't want to slow it down any more than that particular mod does. So this hopefully at least fills the days. And speaking of dazed, hello piggies. Yes, yes. And they took 3 kernels of corn themselves. Let's have a look here, shall we? Maybe I'm way off base and these guys don't need bugger all. Here we are. Okay, well the pigs actually don't. They're pretty good on everything. The sheep need water, the chickens need water. The cows need water. Alright. The cows, of course, also need everything else. So they're going to be the big concern here, I guess. But we do know that we can, for the moment at least, go and get rid of this. We won't be using either the trailer nor what's in it for the rest of this episode, at least. It's also 5:30, so we're starting to run a wee bit shy of time. It is still winter, so it will get dark rather rapidimo, as the Italians don't say. Alrighty. And we'll do the blind dash. Woohoo! Long sweep and bend. There we are. Whoosh. God, farmers must have terrible lungs, you know. Even though they live in all that fresh air, but I mean, think about it. You look at all the things we do here. You dump a trailer, you get all the chaff and the dust and everything else from, you know, not only the ground you harvested it in, but the product itself. They don't tend to be From what I've seen, anyway, they don't seem to be exactly, you know, pristine little standalone nuggies. So, you know, I mean, look at the combine harvester, for instance. I mean, wow. You know, you'd be hard-pressed blowing that much dust up if you took a street sweeper onto a dirt road in the middle of July. I mean, that's got to take a toll. All that particulate matter. I mean, none of it, I think. Well, I guess with modern farming and all the fertilizers and such, I was going to say not much of that particulate matter would be in, you know, toxic, but that's not the only thing to worry about, of course. Any foreign matter inside the body is not a good thing, you know. Alright. Fill it up, please. So yeah, I guess just one more of the hardships that farmers go through to bring us our daily bread, as it is known. There we are. I like the, want to hear a good farmer song, look up a most excellent Canadian folk group called BNL, the Bare Naked Ladies. And then give a listen to their song, The Farmer. It's half farmer, half psycho. What are we doing here? There we go. Drink up, my chickeny friends. Wow. Well, I don't know why you didn't just take it all. I mean, come on. Alright, let's get just outside of that. And I want to see how they're doing for the final product, which is, of course, straw. Yeah, their bedding is fine. So much better. And, wow. Hopefully by tomorrow, from the looks of things, we should get a chicken number 19. Although it does make me wonder, as each chicken has another chicken, shouldn't it sort of, you know, go up by quantum ratios, like just, you know, right? 2 chickens should have 2 more chickens, 3 chickens should have 3 more chickens, and etc., etc. Now we've got 19. I should be getting a chicken like darn near every hour by now. But apparently, that's not the way it works. I guess only 1 chicken a day, which tells me our rooster needs a little work. You know? Let's face it. If he's only scoring 1 chicken a day, our rooster's just not a player, man. He's, yeah. He might be big and orange and beautiful, but... yeah. Probably a real dickhead or something. Who knows? Who knows? Haven't spent that much time talking to this one. I don't think I'm all that welcome around there after my initial culling. Man, that was hard to spit out. Oops. That's not a water trough, is it? Sorry, sorry. But yeah. Imagine I'll be hard-pressed to be forgiven for that particular incidente. I never even checked their cleanliness. They look like they're just rolling in it again, so to speak. Alright. Oh, looks like I have something in the mixer. Interesting. There we are. How now, brown cow? Hey, I'm talking to you. No. Lovely. See, as I say, the service from Newer, it wasn't bad in so much as it did get straightened out, but I must say that you know, their contact through the customer, etc., is a little bit odd. It's I think they may well be, probably are, a Chinese company, as the normal sort of North American pleasantries seemed somewhat forced, you know. And they were either going to give me half of my money back or send me a new microphone. So I did email them back and say, look, well, I'd like to try your products. I'd much rather just have another microphone. That's why I bought it in the first place. Never heard back from them. And I was just at the point where I was going to write to them again and go, look, another week here and Amazon's going to tell me, too bad, you've had it too long, keep it. So... And knock at the door, and fella hands me a package. And there it is. So, yeah. And it came... I mean, they didn't send me the whole kit, but it came a microphone, a new shock mount, that's the word I couldn't think of earlier, and new cable. So, yeah, not, not too shabby at all. Not too shabby at all. Wow, these guys didn't want much at all. There may be pigs, but they ain't heavy drinkers. Alright, now I don't... Oh, well. It's not like I can't make use of this, that's for sure. We'll go flip the remainder off at the nearest greenhouse. And as you can see, after the great demand and selling off the pillars, pallets of wood, they're called pillars in some places. Well, alright, they're not. Yeah, we're pretty much set, I think. So it's kind of cool. At least that worry, after almost a year, is done. We'll just dump it in the closest one, of course, because, well, lazy is as lazy does. Or whatever he said. Alright. I imagine these are all pretty much... No, maybe not. Well, that one is. In fact, that one's got two full ones. There's not much else going on there, though. And I think everything else requires goodies, fertilizers, poop, water, these sort of things. And I see by the clock on the wall, I don't really have one, that it's almost time to end the episode, which I suppose is pretty good timing, because it also looks like the ye old sun, she be going down. So, yeah, we'll just go and cheat our way over this thing. There we are. Alrighty. So, next chore we need to tend to is getting these cows taken care of as best we can. So let's see what we've got for supplies. Alright, that's not bad. They need straw, they need pretty much everything we see there. plus mixed. So I'm going to have this guy here for the mixed, and I'll go grab the other tractor with the bell fork upon it. Oh, that's right. This runs from Magic. It doesn't actually use a PTO. I forgot. Sometimes I do forget that some of the tools are in their own little way quite magical. Well, I've still got a couple of these, eh? Well, take advantage of that. I'm not putting them in there. But I can give a direct feed to these cows at least. Let's speed along here. There we are. Little bit of grass for you. I am going to give them a full bale as well. I also have to take one to the sheep because I believe they're very, very low on their grassiest goodness. But for the big ones, I'm going to use the actual frontal loader. There we go. And they have a nice heap of grass, so at least they're going to be able to get through the night without losing any of them, as it were. So, however, for me, well, that is an episode. So let's, I'm quickly just going to check that. Alright. So, little light on straw, 15%. That should get them through the night. So it's just their base food they're low on, which is the silage. So, not such a big deal. And there you go, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. If you did, oops, bring this guy out and shut him down. Don't forget to click that like button. And, of course, always look forward to hearing comments from you. So, whatever you have to say, feel free to leave it in the comments section down below. Beyond that, though, this has been Species7 for Watts Farm. Another day passed. Take care of each other, folks. And ciao for now.